Hi, everybody. I'm a little early tonight. That's okay. Hi, Isis. I hope you are having a good night. It says you're in the car. Well, safe travels.
Oh, man.
Hi, Shirley. So we're going to talk about something a little bit different today. We're not going to make a card tonight. I hope that's okay with everyone. Hello, Kelly. Hi, Walter. So nice to see you. You know. So tonight we're going to do a little bit of a different project. We're going to talk a little bit about memory keeping, using our products for memory keeping. If you are familiar with my YouTube channel, you know that over there I do lots of memory keeping and lots of scrapbooking and all of those kinds of things. I also, of course, make cards. I usually make cards for the lives here at British Monroe, but I wanted to do something a little bit different. Hi, Kate. Hi, Karen. It's nice to see you all. Hello, Michelle. So let's go through, talk a little bit about what's in the product bundle that's on special for tonight. And these are the products we're going to be working with, along with some others too. So we have the Autumn Bucket List stamp set. This glitter stock, this is probably my favorite color of glitter stock. Like, it's so good. It's called Spiced. It's not too orange. It's not too brown. It's perfect. Happy Monday, Jamie. So nice to see you. We also are going to be playing with the fall foliage die set. This die set is jam-packed and full of so many fun little things. You can see all the pictures there. And I've gone ahead and made lots of fun little bits and bobs for us to play with. Tonight, cardstock. We have lunch bag cardstock. That is what is in the bundle. And then when I die cut all of these, I also used some mustard seed, some harvest, some midnight, and some jack-o'-lantern. So we have a really nice collection of cardstocks. Lunch bag is like a beautiful, gorgeous craft. Hi, Christina. So glad you're here tonight. And then we also have some gorgeous orange peel embossing powder, some embossing ink, a magic powder tool. Look, I got one. If you have been watching all my lives, you know that for a long time I didn't have one of these magical little things. And look, I got one. Yay. So I'm curious if anybody else does any kind of scrapbooking or memory keeping. Hello, Penny. So nice to see you. Hello. So I think that if you are someone who is primarily a card maker, which I know a lot of you are here that come to the lives, this is like the perfect little way to incorporate just a little bit of memory keeping into your life or into your craft room, all that kind of stuff. So this is a traveler's notebook, and that is what it is. It's a notebook. It's not any kind of special paper. You can buy them with special paper. This one's just white cardstock. It's just a notebook with some plain white paper in it. Lots and lots of companies make these. My only recommendation for purchasing one is to get one that is stitched and not glued. because sometimes if they're glued, they will come apart. But if they're stitched, then you're going to be good to go. And inside of this notebook, you can just create pages with journaling and photographs. And you can talk about little things in your life, small things that you like. If you take a really pretty picture and you just want to document it, there's lots and lots and lots of things that you can do with these little books. Super easy and super fun. One of my absolute favorite memory keeping mediums. And these are the types of pages for me where I do a lot of my journaling. Let me kind of see. I do a lot of my journaling in Traveler's Notebooks. A lot of times, pictures that maybe aren't the cutest for big scrapbook pages, but have really good stories to tell, end up in a Traveler's Notebook. Michelle says she does memory keeping. I love that. Glenda says this is an interesting embossing powder. Well, the orange peel is very orange and it's kind of bright and bold, but that is okay because we're going to pair it onto this darker craft cardstock. And if you kind of look at all the pretty little bits and pieces we're going to play with today, those are all, we have lots of shades of orange, and then we have some of that midnight. I think it's going to work. Hi, Shalana. How are you tonight? So that is where we're going to get started. These are our two little photographs. We're going to play with them a little bit. We have a local to me art show. It's called the Log Cabin Art Show, and I go every year with friends. I always come home with lots of fun things. And this was a trip to that art show where I didn't actually take a lot of pictures. I was with a friend and she has two little girls and we had a great time with them, but I didn't come home with any kind of like amazing photos, but I still would like to do some journaling about the trip. So that's what we're going to work on today. I'm going to start with the craft cardstock and the stamp set. So I'm just going to kind of even this piece up. No sense in cutting into a brand new piece of cardstock. And I'm going to cut this at 4.5 by 4.5. And that should be plenty big enough to fit my stamp. So I have embossing powder, my powder tool, my stamp, my embossing powder, my cardstock. And I'm going to grab my Misty and a piece of just copy paper from my printer, which is right here. I always say that when it comes to memory keeping or getting started with memory keeping or wanting to get started with memory keeping, Traveler's Notebooks are the gateway. They are the best, absolute 100% the best starting place or the best first. And you could keep doing Traveler's Notebooks forever if that's what you wanted to do. But most, you kind of just move on. Or you keep at these. Many people do memory keeping in these because they're inexpensive. They're easy to keep up with. They're fun. They're very fun. I've been using them for a very long time. I have boxes of them. All finished and ready to go. So myself organized here, get my brain onto what we need to do. I hope everyone is feeling okay tonight. I'm I'm doing okay myself. My shoulder is not happy today. It doesn't want to work, so I went for anti-inflammatory meds and a hot pad, heating pad before I went live, and I will probably go back to those anti-inflammatory meds and a heating pad after I go live. Isis, you need to go over to my YouTube channel. Isis said since the 1990s, also a 12 by 12 scrapbooker. I have been scrapbooking for 26 years. Scrapbooking is where 12 by 12 scrapbooking is where I started. And then from there, I went over into other kinds of memory keeping. I still do like maybe 1 or 2 12 by 12 scrapbooks a year. But I do a lot of memory planning, traveler's notebooks, because as my kids got older, I kind of just moved into maybe smaller types of memory keeping projects. But I still do a couple 12 by 12 albums, and I do lots of 12 by 12 scrapbook pages on my YouTube channel. And if you like mixed media, you like the messy stuff, you like the stamping, that's what I do. Okay. I'm going to grab this for a second because I want to make sure this is going to not move. My magic powder tool, which by the way is 1,000% better than the EK Success mess that I did have. Penny. Hold on a second. Let me catch up. You guys are so late. You guys are chatty and I'm loving it. Okay, Michelle says she memory keeps in a large happy planner. Yes, Michelle, I do the same thing. Is it one like this? Hold on a second. See, like that. The big chunky memory planner. I do that as well. And Penny says she scrapbooks, but fell in love with the folios that Michael would create. I watch May also, who makes folios. I have seen folios. I do remember the ones that Michael used to make too. In fact, I think at some point I purchased some at the store with the intention of making one, but I just never, it never stuck. I guess it didn't stick. Shalana says she is excited to see how I do this. She purchased several traveler's notebooks. Oh, when she attended Go Wild Planner, but maybe I'll put them to use based on this inspiration. Yes. Oh my gosh, Shalana. Absolutely. I love memory planners. So this is the autumn bucket list stamp. And it's a little bit, it's right around 4x4, which means it's going to fit quite perfectly in a traveler's notebook. So traveler's notebooks are usually they're 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. That is like the general type of size. Some people also will scrapbook 6 by 8, which is another one that's really a smaller sort of a size as well. Jamie, oh, Michelle says yes, those are the happy planners that she uses. Yep, I love those. Every year, that's one of my favorite projects. I do one happy planner, one traveler's notebook, and then usually one, sometimes two 12 by 12 albums. It depends. It completely just depends on my mood. I'm not like picky. I don't stick to a certain, like I have to do this or that, but that's sort of where I end up at by the end of the year. Okay, So I stamped this a number of times with the embossing powder because I really wanted to make sure that I had a really, really good, like really good impression with the stamp set. Look how gorgeous that is. Love it. Hey, Heather. Okay, so let's get this all smooth and melty. I'm going to make noise for a little bit. Okay. How awesome is that stamp set? I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Especially for a memory keeping project. I think that that stamp set really lends itself well to that. Yes, Heather, pay attention to the road. Definitely. Jamie said she used to be a scrapbooker, but now she is primarily a card maker. I know there are lots of people that are like that, that started out with those big like creative memories books and then said, you know what, this is too much work and I'm just going to play with this stuff and make cards. And to that I say, oh, but have you met my friend, the Traveler's Notebook, who's nice and small? So I'm just going to trim this down. And then I am also going to grab a tissue. This is just regular, like, Kleenex, because I want to kind of buff away some of the powder that is on my cardstock. Shauna says she is a 6x8 and 6x6 scrapbooker. I also, I haven't done a 6x6. That's a new one, but I have done 6x8. So there is our little panel. And so here's the plan. The plan is on this side, we're going to put this little piece and I'm going to put it right in the middle. And then I'm going to draw lots of lines above and below that I can use for my journaling. And then on the other side of the page, we're going to do our 2 photographs. And what I want to do is I want to do old school scrapbooking here, like old school memory keeping. And I want to cut out the little dinosaur and myself and get rid of the purple unicorn that was behind us because I didn't get a picture with the purple unicorn and he's kind of killing my vibe here. So I want to just like cut around him, right? And then we'll have our 2 photographs on this side. And then we will have all of this gorgeousness that we can kind of tuck in and around and play and have fun with that. Sound good? Eyes on the road, Heather. Heather said she's already through the bridge. That bridge is a killer. not the bridge, the tunnels. Yep, you could turn this into a slimline. Well, I think, okay, so mostly slimlines are 3x8. So they're a little bit narrower and just a little bit shorter. So you're even, if you are a card maker and you want to do a memory keeping project, you could quite easily go ahead and view your pages as slimline, you know, that kind of canvas to help with designing. Hi, Nicole. I am so excited you're here. Yay. Okay, so let's go back, since we said a bunch of you have been scrapbooking or have used scrapbook back in the 90s. So this should be like old school throwback technique, because I'm just going to cut myself and the little dinosaur out of this photograph. This is another reason that I love traveler's notebooks, because on a scrapbook page, doing this will make it look dated and you didn't dare, right? But in a traveler's notebook, when you're working in something that has more of a journal feel to it, that is a little bit more kind of messy and journally, this works fabulously. I'm so glad you're here, Nicole. I'm super, super excited to see you. So I'm just going to cut this out. Nicole, you would like these dies. I'm just saying, you know, I'm just throwing that out there. You are a die girl like I am. And you use all the little spindly die bits on your scrapbook layouts. You know you do. Look at that one. So cute. That's the one we're going to use tonight. That's what's in the tray, is all those little dies. They're so cute. I just made them ahead of time, so we get to do all the fun things with them. And I didn't have to like try to die cut them live, because that's just noisy. Okay, so here's our little, see, look how cute we are now without all that busyness in the background. And then we'll put this one up here. And then we can add all the little floral, all these little lovely bits and pieces around here. Over on this side, I want to do journaling. So I want to make sure that I have lines. I can't journal without lines. I know many, many people can, but I personally can't. It's just a disaster. So I'm going to go ahead and add the embossed piece. So cute. Love it. And then I'm going to grab T-square ruler, and we're just going to draw some lines. And this is mostly so that I can remember that I want to come back and journal here, because otherwise I'll start the embellishing and start having fun with all the pretty pieces, and I'll get to a certain point and realize I left myself no room to journal. So in an effort to definitely make sure we get the words in, because the words are the most important part, we're going to go ahead and get our journaling lines in. And we can at some point, if we want, come back in and add some embellishment. Like if I do all my journaling and I have extra lines, we can cover those up with some fun stuff. But for now, I do know that I want to, that I have a good amount to write about this. So let's get the important things down first. And that's kind of how it's different from card making when you are doing a memory keeping project. You want to make sure you have your space to write. You could also type up your journaling and add an extra. I don't mind my handwriting, and I like, well, it's not that I like my handwriting, but here's the thing. I have in my possession many things that my grandmother wrote before she passed away. And I always appreciate those things that she wrote on. So, and I almost wish I had more, because she was big. She did lots of stuff with her notebooks and writing things in notebooks and all kinds of things. And so I kind of feel like I want to make sure that future generations have my handwriting lovely and available to them, I guess. Weird. Oh, hi, Ellen. Okay, which one is that, Penny? I always feel like I know everything that's in the British Monroe store. But the fact of the matter is I probably only know about a small portion of those things. Because Penny said you need the lined paper stamp from British Monroe. I didn't even know there was a lined paper stamp. Okay, so these are all of the little pieces from this fall foliage die set. I went ahead and cut them from loads of different cardstocks. We have these fun like glittery pieces, and then we have like big leaves and mushrooms. I'm gonna actually put the mushrooms down here, and then maybe a little acorn down here too, because that's adorable. And then maybe a little acorn up here too, because that still gives me lots of room to write, but it also makes this side of the page pretty. Penny says it was an add-on for one of the inspiration boxes. Oh, the lined paper stamp was an add-on. So it's probably in the vault. Probably. You know, they do open things and pull things out of the vault, though. So maybe we'll get one. Maybe it'll come back eventually. You never know. I think we're going to use wet glue for all of these little dies, because they have these tiny little pieces, and I want to make sure that everything gets good adhesive, because there's no page protectors in my notebook. There's it's just open, so you want to make sure that everything you put down is really good and adhered. And since these are really small little die cuts, I want to make sure that they aren't going to bend up on the edges. We'll keep an eye out for it. Penny, we'll keep an eye out for that stamp set. So Scrapmania says I need a glue press. I have looked at them a couple of times. I'm not sure. I do love my Nuvo glue. I mean, I wouldn't have to change glues in order to get a glue press. I wouldn't need to like buy anything, but I wouldn't need to buy like a new glue or get used to a new adhesive, but I'm not sure. I guess the problem is that I'm unsure about the bulk of it. Like, it seems like it's big and kind of clunky, and I'm not sure about that. So I'm going to go ahead and sort of get my picture here. So I put adhesive all around the picture, and then I'm going to come in. I'm going to take some of these leaves and bits and pieces and tuck them in behind the dinosaur. To kind of frame them out. And also just because I think that that's super cool looking, right? So we have all these pretty foliage pieces. Go. Okay, so just keep adding and then coming back and kind of taking a peek at what we have here, what we can add. And I have all different sizes, so we can, so in here where things are tighter and closer to the edge, I can still go ahead and add some of the smaller little bits. Down here. Go. Oh wait, I gotta catch up. I get involved and forget the. Oh, Scrapmania says I have to try it. It's a wonderful and comes with glue, not big at all. I promise you'll thank me. So tempted. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll go ahead and grab one. Penny even says they're good. She says you can use any glue. It's been highly rated for those that have hand issues. Oh, see, that would be good too for my hands. Everyone says they love their glue gun. Oh no, I've been enabled. Thank you. So cute. I'm just going to go ahead and lift up each of these little leaves and then pop it down with just a little bit of glue. So just a tiny bit. Oh. Logan, shut the door, please. I don't want to hear Andre. sorry. There's nothing I can do about them. Unfortunately, it's what dogs do. I can shut the door. That's it. Go. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue around. Isn't that so, so cool? Just a second. I did ask him to shut the door, didn't I? But no, he didn't. Oh, yes, Heather, order the glue presses. Yes, 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 yes. See if they got the glue presses in at British Monroe, I'd buy one in a second. Like, you wouldn't even have to talk me into it. I'd be good. Scrap Mania asked what kind of dogs I have. Okay, so we have a mini dachshund. He is almost 6, and he is my constant companion. And then my son has a big dog that is a Labrador Pit Bull mix, and his name is Andre, and he is 4. We got him during COVID because my son did have a beagle. His beagle lived till he was 13, and he passed away during the pandemic just from old age. Like, he wasn't sick for long or anything. He just passed away from old age. And so that's how we got. And they're all rescues, aren't ya? Okay. So here's our bottom photo. I think that turned out so cute. And then up here, we're going to kind of do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and put the other photo kind of over here. And then I'm going to do the same thing. We're going to take some of these leaves and kind of tuck them in around. I am going to put the photograph down with just some tape runner in the middle. And then I can always come back in if it seems to be lifting. But this way I can get it into place, and then we can add little pieces around this photograph. So I can go ahead and grab these. I might end up kind of chopping off some of these so that they fit. I don't really want this foliage to kind of come off the edge. I don't feel like that's needed at all or necessary. There we go. And then we also have in our bundle for tonight, we also have some bling. So we can definitely add some of that into our clusters here. Go. And I think we can add a little bit on this edge too. But look at how gorgeous these colors are. I absolutely love this die set. I think it's gorgeous. Another thing that is in the bundle tonight is the Chroma Mist in the Gourd Guts color, which I kind of forgot about just now. Not forgot, just a little bit forgot. I'm wondering if we could cover our photographs up and do a little splatter in here, maybe in here, and then maybe down in this section. So we have like almost like 3 little areas of splatter. Oh, no, Labrador pit bull. Oh, that's funny. That could have been my fault, though. That might not have been you. I might have said it a little bit. What's the word? Like, I might have mushed all my sounds together. I mean, I don't know a pit. I have never heard of a dog that was a pickle, though. So. So we have both of these clusters. Should we try to do the splatters even though we have our pictures down already, do you guys think? Or should we just go with the bling and call it done? I agree, Ellen. It would be a little sour. I want to use all of these little bits and pieces, but I think I cut too many, which is totally fine because cutting too many is better than me cutting not enough. I think you're right, Michelle. I think we should do the splatters. I think we should. Okay. Taking a look at colors now. Where do I think we should add some more color? I'm also super curious to see what you guys think of us doing a memory keeping project instead of a card. Should we do this again? Should we make this like a third? What is this today? Is today the second Monday or the third Monday? Whatever Monday this is, the second or the third Monday. Should we go out of the box and do a memory keeping project on the third, fourth Monday of the month instead of a card? So the bling that comes in the kit is the red shift. So it's the one that's like a little bit orangey and a little bit red depending on how you look at it. That being said, I have all of the bling here. I mean, I have all the different colors. So we could, you know, go with a different one if we wanted. Michelle says, yes. Ellen says, I like this little scrapbook project. Okay, we can do them. I love this little scrapbook project too. So I am all for changing it up and having one Monday a month be memory keeping. little, I also have, I have lots of, I love traveler's notebooks. I will make pages in these forever and a day because they're so much fun. Okay, let me grab my Gourd Guts. Gotta love that name. Just have to give me a second here. Talk amongst yourselves till I find the Gourd Guts. Should be very, very close by here. There we go. Oh, perfect, Ellen. Thank you, Heather. Heather said it's so cute. All right. I'm giving this a good, really good kind of. So I'm just going to take this little notebook paper. I'm going to cover up faces because honestly, I don't care if I get a little bit of splatter like around things that aren't faces. But inevitably, when I try to splatter with a photograph, I always end up right on their faces. Don't ask me why. I just do. Okay. Oh, that's perfect. Look at that. Definitely made the right call on this ladder. I'll pull it up close to the camera so you can see it. Oh, you're just noisy tonight. And then we'll go ahead and we'll add just a little bit down here. A little bit up here. Get rid of those little pieces of paper. And then we'll add a little bit of bling, like accents, to some of the leaves. So this is the red shift. Right? So pretty. And that will finish this off perfectly. Wait, I need my stabby tool. So I'm thinking you don't need a lot. Just need like 2 here. I'm just going to put them on this like one leaf style. And only on the leaves that are like right here. There we go. Oh, I bet he did an amazing job splattering too. Okay. And then as soon as I get these little gems on, I will bring it up to the camera so you can see. I have some, Penny. I have loads of them. Penny says, you need some triangle embellishment trays. I have so many of those. Having something and using something are two different things. There we go. That'll work better. Thanks for reminding me. Hi, Dawn. Nice to see you. Yep, there are the little triangle trays, and those are the ones I have too. I actually have two sets because then another set came with my crystals, my bling bundle. So I have loads of them. I just, old habits die hard. I'm used to like just dumping stuff out on my little glass mat here. So we'll get there. I do have one here that I keep all those little sequiny pieces in from the One Smile die. I use those all the time. So when I cut more, then I refill the little tray. And it lives right there, rent-free on my craft desk. Very demure, very mindful. Okay, here is our finish. Yep. Penny says, look how easy that cleanup was. Just pour them back in the bottle. Yep, so easy. Let's see if I get this. There we go. So here is our finished project. I love it. I think it turned out so, so good. And I definitely think that we will do this once a month now because this was super fun and you all seem to really enjoy it. And it was a little bit different and a little out of the box. Look how cool it turned out. It's awesome. So there you go. Don't forget the bundle is still in the shop. It is $50 and you get more actually than what we used on our little project today. I think did I use everything that came in the bundle? Wait, maybe I did. I think probably I did. But there you go. All done. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you to everyone who came out tonight and created with me this evening. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. Enjoy the rest of the lives that are up this entire week. Enjoy Stencil Palooza. Oh my gosh, so many good stencils. And yep, I will talk to you all again very, very soon. Bye.